In a significant political move, Jagmeet Singh, the leader of Canada's New Democratic Party (NDP), has publicly declared his intention to halt exports of critical minerals to the United States. This decision comes as a direct reaction to former President Donald Trump's recent threats to impose tariffs on Canadian goods. During a press conference held in Ottawa, Singh urged all political leaders in Canada to join him in this effort, emphasizing the potential impact it could have on U.S. trade policy. His remarks reflect a growing concern among Canadian leaders regarding the economic and diplomatic strategies employed by the U.S. government under Trump's administration. Singh's call to action is rooted in the complex relationship between Canada and the United States, particularly regarding trade dynamics surrounding critical minerals. According to data from Natural Resources Canada, the U.S. has consistently been Canada's largest market for critical mineral exports, accounting for a staggering 59% of all mineral exports in 2023 alone. The value of this trade has reached approximately $38.2 billion, despite a notable decline of 10% from the previous year. Of this total, $29.8 billion represents Canada's export of critical minerals to the U.S. Critical minerals are essential for various industries, particularly in the technology and green energy sectors. They are vital components in the production of batteries, magnets, and other high-tech products. The significance of this trade relationship is underscored by the fact that about 40% of Canada's critical mineral imports also originate from the United States, creating a reciprocal dependence between the two nations. In his statements, Singh argued that attempting to appease Trump through diplomatic overtures, what he referred to as whining and dining, would not yield beneficial results for Canada. This comment appears to allude to high-profile visits by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Alberta Premier Danielle Smith to Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, which some critics viewed as attempts to curry favor with the former president. Singh's perspective suggests a more confrontational approach in response to perceived threats, advocating for a strategy that prioritizes Canada's economic sovereignty over diplomatic niceties. Halting the export of critical minerals to the U.S. would represent a drastic shift in Canada's trade policy and could have far-reaching implications. By cutting off this supply line, Canada could exert significant pressure on the U.S. to reconsider its tariff threats. Singh's proposal highlights a strategic maneuver designed to showcase Canada's importance in the global supply chain of critical minerals, potentially forcing the U.S. to engage in more favorable trade negotiations. However, such a move could also have consequences for Canadian industries reliant on this trade. Many sectors within Canada's economy benefit from the export of critical minerals, and a sudden cessation could lead to job losses and economic instability. Furthermore, it could disrupt the supply chains that are already under strain due to global economic conditions and geopolitical tensions. Singh's proposal has sparked discussions across the Canadian political landscape. While the NDP is known for its progressive stance on various issues, including environmental sustainability and social justice, this call to action could resonate with a broader audience concerned about economic independence and national interests. The Liberal government, led by Trudeau, may face pressure to respond decisively either by supporting Singh's initiative or by seeking alternative solutions to the tariff threat. The backdrop of this political maneuvering is the ongoing economic challenges faced by both Canada and the U.S., exacerbated by global supply chain disruptions and rising inflation. The geopolitical landscape has become increasingly complex, with countries vying for dominance in critical mineral production as the world shifts toward greener technologies. Canada is in a unique position, given its vast reserves of critical minerals, which could enhance its role as a key player in global markets. The strategic importance of critical minerals cannot be overstated, as nations worldwide commit to reducing carbon emissions and transitioning to renewable energy sources. The demand for these minerals is expected to skyrocket. Canada's rich deposits of lithium, cobalt, nickel, and other essential minerals place it at the forefront of this burgeoning industry. By leveraging its resources, Canada could not only bolster its economy, but also play a crucial role in the global transition to sustainable energy. Singh's proposal to halt exports serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between economic cooperation and national sovereignty. While trade with the U.S. has historically been beneficial, the current political climate necessitates a re-evaluation of Canada's trade strategies. Leaders must consider how to protect Canadian interests while navigating the complexities of international relations. The risks associated with Singh's strategy are significant. In the short term, halting exports could lead to retaliation from the U.S., potentially escalating into a full-blown trade war. Such a conflict would not only affect the critical minerals sector, but could also have ripple effects across other industries, impacting everything from agriculture to manufacturing. On the other hand, the potential rewards could be substantial. By taking a firm stand against U.S. tariff threats, Canada could assert its position as a crucial player in the global minerals market. This could lead to more favorable trade agreements and partnerships that recognize Canada's value as a supplier of critical minerals. Jagmeet Singh's call to halt critical mineral exports to the United States represents a bold and strategic response to the ongoing challenges posed by U.S. trade policies. As Canada grapples with its economic future in an increasingly complex global landscape, the decisions made by its leaders will have lasting implications for the country's economic stability and international standing. The debate surrounding this issue underscores the importance of critical minerals in the 21st century, as nations around the world seek to secure their place in the evolving green economy. As Canada navigates these turbulent waters, the balance between diplomacy and economic independence will be crucial. Whether Singh's proposal gains traction among other political leaders remains to be seen, but it undoubtedly highlights the urgency of addressing the challenges posed by international trade dynamics. The outcome of this political discourse could shape the future of Canada's economy and its role in the global market for years to come. To fully understand the implications of halting critical mineral exports, it's essential to examine the broader economic landscape in which Canada operates. The global demand for critical minerals is on the rise, fueled by technological advancements and the urgent need for sustainable energy solutions. Countries around the world are ramping up their efforts to secure a stable supply of these resources, which are crucial for manufacturing batteries for electric vehicles, EVs, renewable energy technologies, and high-tech electronics. In this context, Canada's vast reserves of critical minerals position the country as a potential leader in the global market. By strategically managing its resources and export policies, Canada could enhance its economic resilience and assert its influence in international trade discussions. However, this potential must be weighed against the risks of alienating key trading partners, particularly the United States, which remains a dominant player in the North American market. Singh's call to action also raises questions about the importance of strategic alliances. Canada is part of several trade agreements, including the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, which governs trade relations with its closest neighbors. The dynamics of these agreements can be complex, especially when one party threatens tariffs or other trade barriers. By taking a firm stance on critical minerals, Canada may need to consider alternative partnerships and alliances that could help mitigate the risks associated with reduced exports to the U.S. For example, strengthening ties with European nations, Australia, or even emerging markets in Asia could provide Canada with new opportunities for trade and investment. Such strategic alliances could also bolster Canada's position in international forums where discussions about mineral supply chains and trade regulations are taking place. Another critical aspect of the discussion around critical minerals is the environmental impact of their extraction and processing. As Canada seeks to capitalize on its mineral wealth, it must also grapple with the environmental implications of mining activities. The extraction of minerals can lead to habitat destruction, water pollution, and other ecological concerns, which are increasingly being scrutinized by the public and environmental advocacy groups. In this light, Singh's proposal to halt exports could also be perceived as an opportunity for Canada to reevaluate its mining practices and ensure that they align with environmental sustainability goals. By adopting more stringent regulations and promoting responsible mining practices, Canada could position itself as a leader in sustainable mineral production. This approach could enhance Canada's reputation on the global stage while simultaneously addressing the concerns of its citizens regarding environmental protection. As the demand for critical minerals grows, so too does the role of technology and innovation in the extraction and processing of these resources. Advances in mining technology, recycling methods, and alternative materials can help reduce the environmental impact of mineral extraction. Canada has the potential to become a hub for innovation in this sector, leveraging its research institutions and skilled workforce to develop new technologies that enhance efficiency and sustainability. Singh's initiative could spur discussions around investing in research and development to create more sustainable practices within the mining industry. By fostering innovation, Canada could not only meet domestic demands but also position itself as a leader in global mineral supply chains, attracting investment and talent from around the world. The political ramifications of Singh's proposal extend beyond trade relations with the U.S. As the NDP positions itself as a champion of Canadian interests, it may influence the agendas of other political parties. The Liberal government, facing pressure from the opposition, may need to reassess its approach to trade negotiations and its stance on critical minerals. Furthermore, Singh's call to action could resonate with voters who are increasingly concerned about economic sovereignty and job security. As the political climate evolves, the NDP could capitalize on these sentiments, potentially gaining traction in upcoming elections. This shift in public perception may encourage other parties to adopt similar stances, leading to a broader national conversation about Canada's economic future and its role in the global market. The competition for critical minerals is not confined to North America. It is a global issue that involves multiple players vying for dominance. Countries like China, Australia, and several African nations are also significant players in the critical minerals market. China, in particular, has positioned itself as a leader in rare earth elements, which are essential for various high-tech applications. As geopolitical tensions rise, the battle for control over critical minerals is likely to intensify. Canada must navigate these challenges carefully, ensuring it remains competitive while maintaining strong trade relationships. Singh's proposal to halt exports could be viewed as a strategic move to assert Canada's independence in the global market, but it must be balanced with the realities of international competition. Jagmeet Singh's call to halt critical mineral exports to the United States represents a bold and multifaceted approach to navigating the complexities of international trade and economic sovereignty. As Canada faces the challenges posed by U.S. tariff threats, the implications of this proposal go beyond immediate economic concerns. It invites a re-evaluation of Canada's role in the global critical minerals market, the importance of sustainable mining practices, and the potential for innovation in resource management. The future of Canada's economy may hinge on its ability to adapt to changing global dynamics while protecting its national interests. By fostering strategic alliances, investing in technology, and prioritizing environmental sustainability, Canada can position itself as a leader in the critical minerals sector. Ultimately, the discussion sparked by Singh's proposal will shape the direction of Canada's trade policies and its approach to critical minerals in the years to come. Whether through collaboration or confrontation, Canadian leaders must navigate the complexities of international relations while ensuring that the country remains a key player in the evolving global economy. The decisions made in this context will have lasting implications for Canada's economic prosperity and its role on the world stage.